Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Okay, so you're now in Mecca and you're getting ready for the actual Hajj. You've done the Umrah at Tamatu. What will you do next? We will talk all about it. I am Ali Hassan, and joining me, of course, is our Hajj expert, Shaykh Ayoub. Welcome back to another episode. Assalamu alaikum, Shaykh.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi. Brother Hassan, how are you?
I'm doing very well. How are you?
Good, alhamdulillah.
Thank you so much for your delivery. It's been absolutely amazing. And we're going to keep going, as I just said. So now the date is 8th Dhul Hajj. We've accomplished the Umrah at Tamatu. We've also apparently taken off our old ihram, the one we had, and now we have to change it. This is all what you've kind of alluded to just before we began, but I'd like it to come from your mouth and your level of expertise.
Khair inshallah. Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim. So as you have said, 8th of Dhul Hajj, this is the time Hajj actually starts.
Sure.
People go for Umrah Tamatu. They go, some of them, 1st of Dhul Hajj, 2nd of Dhul Hajj, they are there in Makkah, 3rd, maybe 4th. All this time after accomplishing the Umrah, they are taking a break, and that is Tamatu. So they are waiting for Hajj to start. So it is the 8th of Dhul Hajj.
Okay.
Now, 8th of Dhul Hajj, now we are going to enter into the actions and to go to places where we have to perform Hajj. At Tamatu.
Okay. So previously it was Umrah. We began that Umrah journey. The ihram element of it was miqat, the borders. So we changed, we got ourselves ready, perfume, we didn't use perfume, but soap without perfume. That's what I wanted to say. And now we are in Mecca. It's 2 days to go, 3 days to go, or maybe a day to go when it's the actual start, the commencement of Hajj, which is 8th of Dhul Hajj. And we've now have to re-put our ihram on again.
Yes.
Is it the same one? Is it a new one?
So regarding the ihram is up to you. You can either wear the same ihram, which you use it for Umrah, or you can wear a new one. But it is the 8th of Dhul Hajj. This is the day when we are going to start all the acts of worship for Hajj and to go to specific places for Hajj. So this is the biggest day of Hajj. People from different parts, wherever they are, some of them will go from wherever they are to start now the ibadah of Hajj.
I'm with you, Shaykh. It's 8th Dhul Hajj. When does it actually start? I'm trying to get down to the nitty gritty. Is it 9 a.m., 8th Dhul Hajj? Is it 6 a.m.? Is it after Fajr? Is it just before Dhuhr?
Yeah.
How does that work?
So the 8th of Dhul Hajj starts after Maghrib. After Maghrib, meaning what? It is now the 8th in our English terminology.
Sure.
Yeah? 8th night.
Right. So the eve of the 8th or eve of the 9th?
Eve of the 9th.
Eve of the 9th.
Eve of the 9th.
Shab of the 9th.
Yes. So this particular night is the night where you are supposed, wherever you are going to be that particular night, the following day, which will be the day of Arafah. Remember that, the day of Arafah, you have to be in Arafat.
Just before we go to Arafah, because we've already reached a milestone.
Yeah.
And now we are at that pivotal part of the journey. Because you said you can re-adorn yourself, re-put the ihram, are there any requirements different at this time for Hajj as compared to how we put on the ihram for when it was Umrah, the mini Hajj?
No. The same requirements for Umrah are the same requirements for Umrah, meaning the same requirements for Ihram of Umrah are the same requirements for Ihram for Hajj.
Sure. So you'd be used to it already. You know exactly what to do, what to look out for, etc., etc.
Exactly.
Where do you put on the ihram now?
Very important. Where you put your ihram, it could be either in your hotel, because now you're in Makkah.
Yes.
It could be in your hotel, or it could be at the masjid, Masjidul Haram. Inside the masjid, you come in front of Al-Kaaba. So,
Right.
because these are two pieces of clothing,
Yes.
you have taken that shower without scented soap
Yes.
in your hotel. It is recommended for you, once you change your clothing into ihram at your hotel, take your intention, make your intention, niyat, here. So come from the hotel, inside the masjid, wherever you can find a spot, there is where you say, now I am intending to wear this ihram for the sake of Hajj, Tamatu, qurbatan ila Allah ta'ala. So your intention, either you say it or you put it in your mind or in your head, it is recommended to be done here. So when you are doing here, you will be like twisting where the upper garment or the below one.
Sure.
You just twist it a little bit to say, now I'm intending
Ready.
to wear my ihram, ready to start Hajj.
What do you do straight after that? You've done the niyyah. You have the ihram. What do you do straight? Because it's nighttime.
Sure.
It's Maghrib now.
Sure.
And Isha as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
So the second thing which you need to do is talbiyah. Labbaik Allahumma labbaik. Labbaik la sharika laka labbaik. Inna alhamda wa ni'mata laka wal mulk la sharika laka labbaik. That talbiyah. At least 3 times you can say it.
Okay.
And then whatever you do after, it's recommended. If you want to pray, let's say Salatul Isha at this masjid, 2 rakats, recommended Salah, and so on and so forth. All those are recommended things, except, of course, if you mention Salah, that is wajib.
So recommended salah you have to do. You can, sorry,
No.
not recommend. The mandatory salahs you have to do. The recommended ones that you just had made me aware of. What about the extras we do day in, day out? For example, Salatul Layl. Can we do that?
Yeah.
Like a little bit.
Of course, now here, we are talking now, everyone is either going to Muzdalifah or everyone is going to Arafat.
Okay.
So people will be moving. You will see a lot of movements, buses, coaches, cars, people walking. So you need to keep in your mind that you need to be either or
Right.
in these 2 places.
Yes, this is exactly what I was trying to get at. You've explained it well. So you're saying that people are on constant move. They're either getting on coaches, buses, or they're walking, or what have you. And you've made mention of 2 areas. So one is Arafah, and the other one is
Mina.
Mina.
Yeah.
And you've also said something about either or. It's not a fixed route that you can take. Okay, I didn't know that. I thought you had to. It was one of those things. It's a plan. You have to follow the plan. Point A, point B, point C. I didn't know you had options.
Yeah.
So,
There is an option here because it's the night, the 8th night, yeah?
yes.
So tomorrow, as we said, is going to be the 9th.
Yes.
You all have to be in Arafat. But tonight,
Yes.
the eve of Arafat, where can I be? Can I be in Mina or can I be in Arafat?
Right.
So here you have options.
Okay.
Some people, they prefer we will go straight to Arafat. Why? We are going to sleep there.
Sure.
We are going to do all acts of worship there. So tomorrow, the 9th, it will find us in Arafat because this is wajib for each and everyone to be there. So we will be discussing about that maybe?
Yeah, so that's exactly what I thought. So it is a fixed plan.
Yeah.
Everybody has to go to Arafah. But you're saying some people prefer the night before the 9th Zilhajj morning comes. They can actually go and stay at Mina. Is that why they go? They temporarily stay there, but they still have to travel to Arafat before the 9th sun rises?
No, they need to be in Arafat from noon.
Right.
From noon, you have to be in Arafat.
What's the distance, Shaykh? If you recall, just a rough idea.
I can't tell you exactly now, but it's not.
Is it feasible? I'm trying to understand. Does it make sense for people to go to Mina and then in the morning, once they feel they can rest better in Mina? Is that why? Why is that? Why can they rest better in Mina?
Some of them actually they go to pray. There's a specific masjid, they like to stay there.
Right.
And according to the teachings of Hajj, some say that it has been narrated, it's recommended to be there the 9th before Arafah. That's why they go there.
Right.
And tomorrow morning they move to go to Arafat.
Sure.
And those who say, no, we want to go to Arafat, let us do whatever we want to do that night.
Sure.
Stay in Arafat. So tomorrow noon, you have to be in Arafat. They will already be there.
And that's every Haji.
Every single Haji has to be in Arafat during the noon, the day of Arafat, the 9th of Dhul Hajj. Every single one has to be there.
So Shaykh, what happens in Arafah?
Arafat is a place which is connected with Ma'rifah. Ma'rifah is to know Allah the Almighty. Arafat, when you are going to be there, there are recommended acts as well as those which are obligatory. So since you are going to be there from noon, this is the time which is known as the time of wuquf.
Wuquf.
Wuquf in Arafat, you have to be there from noon.
Sure.
Noon until just after sunset.
Right.
Now, you have to be here in this particular time.
Sure.
You have to pray Salatul Dhuhr
Sure.
and Asr.
Sure.
And here, by the way, Brother Ali, all the Muslims who are going for Hajj, after praying Salatul Dhuhr, immediately they pray Salatul Asr.
Immediately.
Immediately. Whether you are from this madhab, that madhab, this school of thought, it doesn't matter. This is where the Holy Prophet, everyone, without any problem, they say we can combine between the two Salah, Dhuhr and Asr.
Sure.
Now, so you have done your wajib.
Sure.
The rest is recommended.
For example?
For example, recitation of the Holy Quran.
Sure.
Recitation of many supplications.
I got one. Imam Hussein alayhi salam's dua. Arafah.
Very good. Dua Arafah of Imam
Arafah.
Hussein.
I heard the translation of that on YouTube. Wow.
Amazing.
Amazing. Absolutely. So you could actually read various
Indeed.
duas.
Yeah. So once you have done your wajib, which is Salah, Dhuhr, Asr, then you can do a lot of recommendations. For example, recitation of the Holy Quran. Recitation of dua of Arafah of Imam Hussein alayhi salam.
Yes.
Dua of Arafah of Imam Zainul Abidin alayhi salam. For those who don't know, these two duas are full of lessons. You read them with reflection, you will see yourself as a created being and you are communicating with Allah the Creator. And these two duas will take a long time, so at least maybe 2 hours or plus.
Sure.
And remember, you are in a place where the sun is so, if we can say,
The heat of the sun
the
will get
heat
to you,
is
let's
so,
say.
yeah, exactly, it will hit you.
Wow.
So after recitation of this dua, you can pray recommended salah. You can do just adhkar, tasbihatul arba', subhanallah, walhamdulillah, la ilaha illallah, wallahu akbar. You can relax. Because of the heat, you can decide, no, I'm going to take a nap.
Okay.
It's fine. You can do that.
Sure. After you've done your wajibs, after you've done your extra credit duas and amals as well, you can definitely take a nap. How long is this period for? So from Zohar,
Noon,
from
yeah,
noon
Dhuhr,
till?
sunset.
So Maghrib. Do you read your Maghrib over there as well?
No,
Maghrib?
no. You have to leave just after at the sunset.
Everybody has to leave.
Everybody has to move out of the place.
Wow.
And it is now you're going to start another journey to go to Muzdalifah.
Muzdalifah. Okay. There's a lot of movement here. That's why they say, you should be fit and capable.
Indeed.
And I just want to point out, when you said that the heat of the sun could get to you, so there's no cover in Arafat?
No, in Arafah there are tents. And these tents depend according to the package you take.
Sure.
So the tents will give you that cover. There are some people who decide they will stay outside, but I will not recommend that.
Sure.
Stay in a tent, enjoy your ibadah while you are in a place where there is a shade. And once you do that in the sunset, you are ready to move to go to another destination,
Another destination, and that's Muzdalifah.
Muzdalifah.
How far is that, roughly? Is that a long journey?
It's not really a long journey, but because imagine every Hajj has to move from there to go to the second destination, from Arafah to Muzdalifah. So it may take few hours.
Because there's millions of people.
Millions of people.
Wow.
2, maybe 3 hours. It depends where you are, where your tent is, when are you going to be given permission to move.
Sure.
So once you get your time, then you're ready to move.
It has to be in order. It has to be a systematic approach, or else chaos everywhere. So that tells me that your overnight stay is going to be in Muzdalifah.
Indeed.
And is that open land? Is that you're going to be sleeping under tents? How's that going to pan out? And what do you do there?
Sure. So now going to Muzdalifah is part of the places which you have to go for Hajj.
Okay.
You have to be in Muzdalifah from midnight to sunrise.
All right.
Midnight to sunrise. And that is what they call it mabit. Mabit in Muzdalifah. Meaning you have to stay at night. You can sleep there. So once you go there, here now we come to a very interesting part.
Sure.
Of all the places, I can say people, especially young people like yourself, they enjoy to be in Muzdalifah because why? Most of the times you don't stay in a tent. You just stay in an open ground.
Oh.
You take your mat, you put it wherever you get a place, and you stay there, you pray there, you sleep there. So the wajib things which you need to do there, the obligatory things, number one, you have to pray your Maghrib and Isha in Muzdalifah.
Oh, okay.
Once you have finished this wajib part of your ibadah, the rest is recommended. So you can sleep a little bit, you can just walk. However, the other act which you have to do, or highly recommended to be done, is collecting pebbles.
Collecting pebbles.
You have to collect pebbles. Why do we need these pebbles? These are the ones we are going to throw to Shaitan. You are going to hit Shaitan with these pebbles. So it is an open ground. So you go wherever you can find these pebbles. A medium size.
Okay.
Shouldn't be like a rock or something. First of all, carrying it is difficult.
Sure.
So you have to collect at least 70 plus pebbles.
Oh.
Because when we are going to Mina, throwing pebbles to Shaitan, you will see these 70. What are they going to do there?
Right.
So once you have collected the pebbles, you will be given, of course, a pocket where you keep these pebbles. But remember, these pebbles, you can either break some rocks there or you can collect them wherever you find them. Make sure they are not najis. So there's no any sort of najasa mixed with these pebbles once you have collected them. So you have to sleep at this particular area of Muzdalifah. And Fajr comes, pray Fajr there.
Sure.
Once you pray your Fajr, you wait until sun rises. Mm-hmm. So just wait a little bit. After sun rises, then you have to move. You go to another destination.
Wow. I didn't know any of that. Thank you for explaining it. Now, we have run out of time, but I just want to say, so Muzdalifah sounds like camping.
Indeed.
You can sleep outside,
Indeed.
Watch the stars, and then just collect rocks.
It's a wonderful, really wonderful places, especially when you say watching the stars, because some places, especially for people who live in the West, sometimes they don't get that opportunity.
Yes, absolutely.
So you come closer to the nature, if we can call it.
Sure.
Thanking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for that opportunity.
It's a real time to reflect, isn't it?
Indeed.
Just as I wish all of our viewers are doing at the same time while they're watching these videos, inshallah. Dear brothers and sisters, that's the end of this episode, but there are, of course, many more to come. We are going to talk a bit more detail about Mina and other aspects of Hajj Tamatu, inshallah. Until next time, take care of yourself. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.